What's up, you guys? Come in, come in, come in, come in, come in. Welcome to my live Jessica Westside Stories. We are talking Ronny Doe today. I'm gonna let people come in, you guys, and I'm gonna make my coffee. So I'll be right back. Everyone come in. Okay, you guys, come in, come in. I'm gonna make some coffee. Just know that. So hi. I'm putting some creamer in my coffee really quickly, so bear with me. Give me 1 second, you guys. What's up, everybody? Give me 1 second. We can make the, I'll make the coffee right here. Cassandra, hey girlfriend. I am back. How are you doing? I've been traveling. Just got back from the East Coast. Had a huge family emergency. Been out of town. Just got back, but my voice, I don't know if you could kind of hear it. It's a little hoarse, so it's been hard to talk, but I'm like, I gotta keep going. I gotta get this live in. So this live's not gonna be that long today, you guys. I'm seriously, my throat is shocked, but at least we're gonna do it and just update. We got a lot of hot topics to talk about. I'm Jessica Westside Stories. I'm a celebrity manager, your favorite rapper's manager. I manage Bonnie Lachey. I manage 2 NFL clients, and I have 2 rapper clients. And I was also helping Ronny Doe with his career. And Ronny Doe is Chrisean Rock's ex, who was unalived tragically while seeking paternity. And we're speaking out. We want justice for Ronnie. We're doing these lives to bring awareness across different platforms. And I've been keeping up with my lives. I did two Wednesdays, and then unfortunately I was traveling yesterday, so I couldn't do it yesterday. But I'm like, it's all good. We're still gonna get it done. I know. I'm the person that takes care of everybody else, and I gotta like remember to take care of myself. You know what I mean? Because it's like so many moving parts. Like, sheesh. But so blessed, so thankful. What I do in this industry is like what I've dreamed of doing. Like, so it doesn't bother me. Like, getting up every day, walking into your purpose, doing a job you love is like, right? Hey everyone, come in, come in, come in. I'm a little late. I apologize. I'm a little late. I've been traveling. I just got back from the East Coast. I had a family emergency, made it back. That's why I wasn't here yesterday. You guys know we do the lives on Wednesdays. Each live we've done it on Wednesday, but I had to push it back a day. My voice is gone. I'm coming down with something from traveling. So we're going to make this live about 30 minutes today, you guys. We're just going to go over some stuff, update the new people that are in the chat. Thank you guys so much. Can you hear it a little bit? It's horrible. I really should be drinking tea. And I'm drinking some coffee. But gosh, I love my coffee. How is everybody doing? There's a lot going on. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. Rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne. Rest in peace, Michael Demar Warner from The Cosby Show. There's been a lot of loss and deaths recently, and oh my God, just praying for their families. Hey Tracy, I see you. How you doing? Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for coming. You guys get some tea, get some coffee. You know, get something, because we got some stuff to go over today. We're screaming justice for Ronnie. I'm going over the can law again. For you guys who don't know who I am, my name is Jessica West. I'm a celebrity manager. I manage some of your favorite rappers, your favorite athletes. Bonnie Lachey, she's a part of the circus. She's actually my cousin too. And I was helping Ronny Doe with his career before his untimely passing. So I have a bit of an insight. I have a little bit of knowledge. And, you know, initially me and my team were taking a step back and kind of, you know, respecting the family's wishes and not really talking about the case. But, you know, we really want to bring awareness to this case, and we really want to keep Ronnie's name alive. And so I've been recently, you know, after mourning, decided to come out and speak a little bit about what I know, if that makes sense. Right. Yeah, so Ronnie, amazing. Rest in peace to him. We have so much advocacy going on behind the scenes. We're working on the can law, and I get so excited about that, you guys, because Cassandra, who is a huge Ronny Doe supporter, she also works with Gervonta Davis's team, and she's working on a bill to get passed in Congress which protects fathers from retaliation when seeking paternity. And that was a big thing Ronnie was dealing with when he was fighting for paternity with Chrisean Rock's son, is that he was getting the runaround, and he's no longer with us, and we believe it was from retaliation. So this is a huge thing for us. I have the link in every single bio across every single platform, okay? So you guys can definitely, go there, sign the can law. I'll leave Cassandra's link too. And, if you guys have any questions about it or anything like that, always hit me up. We're really, really appreciative of the support. I tell everyone all the time, I get messages. It hasn't even let up since Ronnie's passing about how he inspired them. You guys believed in his fight so much, and I'm just so appreciative of everyone who supported him. And he went through a lot, we know that, and Ronnie knew that too going into this. I told him, when we start this, they gonna come for you. You know what I mean? If you're really gonna go there and fight for paternity and fight to have a career and fight to be in the limelight, it's gonna be really tough. But he was game, and he was bringing awareness to the situation, and he truly, truly, wholeheartedly believed that that was his son. The undeniable resemblance to his family, it's super eerie. And he deserved to know. And I think, we've heard Blueface in the media say so much times that he had doubts and that wasn't his kid. And there's been fake paternity tests, and it was they did everything to not let that come out. They did everything to stop his voice and to try to silence him. And Ronnie's so special that his voice is even speaking louder in death. You get it? He is still a king. His power is even grander, So we appreciate everybody. Again, I want to say that again, because since we started these TikTok lives, I've been getting everyone's been sending me stuff. I have an overload of information, and I knew our community for Ronnie was big, okay? But I didn't know it was that big. And salute to all the content creators that are out there pushing for Ronnie. This last week, since we've started these lives, we're on our third one, our trilogy. It's been amazing just to see the support. Yeah, so we thank you guys. The thing that gives me chills, and I see you in there, for Ronnie to be scared of his life. We all know that, right? This man was in fear of his life. He had said on lives to people that he was in fear of his life. He had told people that the Malones were threatening him, that this was going on, that people were trying to silence him. And for this man to be gunned down in front of his grandmother's house with that many bullets, this was an assassination. This was ill intent, and it was an assassination to silence him. There's no other way around it. We have rumors of Ronnie being in the streets. Ronnie was not in the streets, okay? He was about to be promoted at his government job, okay? He had ambition. He was the golden child. He was a good person to so many. At his funeral, they had teachers upon teachers come up and speak about him. You guys, his GoFundMe was put up. Within a day or two, it surpassed the number. They were asking for $15,000. And to me, that spoke volumes. That really let the family and let the whole world know that you guys believed in Ronnie. You guys were rocking with him. It's so disturbing. It absolutely is that we're here a couple months later after his death, and nothing has been done. We hope for justice. We pray for justice. I just saw an interview with Whack 100 and Vlad TV. There's a clip that's out. And if you guys know Vlad's platforms, you have to subscribe, and then he'll clip out, his content. But he's talking to Whack, telling Whack how he didn't do a interview with Chrisean because Chrisean wanted full payment up front, and Vlad's like, I was trying to negotiate with her. I was telling her I'll give her this much up front, and then after the interview I'll give her this, right? It just depends on the platform. Payment is different, and Chrisean wasn't having it. And Wax said, in this interview, he's like, yeah, she's gonna have to answer for a few things. And there's so many conspiracies. All I can tell you guys is my honest truth. All I can tell you guys is what I've experienced. All you guys can tell you guys is what I had firsthand happen while I'm managing him, helping him step by step. I talked to him right during the mall incident, right after the mall incident. I talked to him during his whole Tasha K interview, walked him through that step by step. Ronnie admired my teams, and you know, I managed Bonnie Lachey, very controversial. We came out, you know, viral, and just he really loved how we were able to push through and really dominate. And so he wanted to make noise. He wanted to get the baby to safety. He wanted just to know he was the last boy in his family and for lineage's purpose. And I said this last time, he saw the baby at the mall, and till this day, I'll never forget the tears pouring down his eyes, you guys, and telling me that it was so bad. He's like, Jess, it was so bad. So we pray for Junior too, you guys, because that was, you know, Ronnie told me that last thing when I talked to him, he told me, please pray for Chrisean and please pray for Junior, which is hard to hear considering my team and all the stuff we know. I think, you know, a good question. I see people asking in the chat, how can this girl be so powerful? I think it's kind of what Ronnie said. She has protection behind her. If you follow this, or if you're even aware of the Malones and Sean Malone, and I wish you would have came to the live, girlfriend, Shay Max 4, because of last week's live, we talked about Sean Malone, Lisa Malone, their connection to Chrisean, the godparents, all that stuff. We covered that, and because Ronnie was very vocal about that, and would tell stories about how Chrisean kept getting out of jail, and the mother and the prostitution from the 80s, and how this whole scenario about Tasiki and Chrisean not being, you know, the rightful child of Chrisean's dad, the one that we see on TV, the darker guy that was on the Blueface show with Chrisean, that actually Sean Malone is her father. So there's political influence behind it. There's money, there's powers. The story makes for a blockbuster. It's crazy. And I said this last time in my live when Ronnie would tell me all this stuff. I'm just like, Ronnie, stay focused. Like, I don't want to hear about that crazy, because it just sounded, it was too much. Like, we're all in the circus, you know, we're running it up. And I said it last time in my live, like, in order to tell Ronnie's story, you have to talk about Chrisean and Junior. And I know it's painful sometimes for the family to associate Chrisean with Ronnie, but in order to tell his story, you have to talk about his fight. And he was a part of the circus, and he was a part of this. So, you know, when coming out and fighting for all this, you know, he got a lot of slack back, and you guys know that, because he'd pop online previously and say, oh, I'm not the father, and then he'd come out and say I was. And so we really encouraged him to do it the legal way. It got to a point where, you know, people didn't know if he was clout chasing or if he was doing it, you know, for whatever reasons. And so he got himself an attorney, you guys, start doing it the legal way. And then right before the court date, where they were both going to have to go to court for the paternity, he was murdered in front of his grandma's house. And it's still hard for me to talk about. It's still unbelievable, okay? You guys in here? It's so sad. It's so sad. It's just like, so it really halted us, you guys. Ronnie's music was amazing. He was a true artist. He was working on a lot of music. We were the ones who helped him get his music registered, put it on platforms. As I mentioned in the last live, we had Radar TV, Thizzler. We had big platforms for him to get ready to go on, and his numbers were going through the roof. Like, he was fastly becoming way more popular than, you know, Blueface, and way more popular than certain other celebrities I have managed. And it's just like I said, if you keep going, like, you're gonna have like a crazy career. And so I just felt like at the end of the day, he was still in communications with a lot of people. He's in communications with Chrisean. He's in communications with my team, this person. And he was, you know, being pulled in a lot of different directions. But, you know, we were there helping him through threats, helping him through people saying that they were going to hurt him. So last week I showed some of the messages, and this week I'm going to show them again, because I want you guys to really understand like the timeline of how this all played out and how gnarly it was for us to see this played out in real time. You get what I'm trying to say? Exactly. So it's crazy. It's like it's not crying wolf, but okay, anybody tells you, oh my God, my life is in danger. Like, you tell me that, like, I'm going to do whatever I can to help you, because I can't have on my conscience that something happens to you and I wasn't really there for you, or I turned a blind eye. So, you know, when we first started getting threats, and by the way, you guys, my live guests, as always, I'm going to let you guys in a little bit later. Cassandra, of course, yes, you could come up because you have to talk about the can law, but give me a second, because like I said, we're going to kind of go in order and then you guys can get up. But again, you guys, we were helping him, and we were there since the beginning, the whole transition of when he first started to come out, the first live he did with Bonnie, when Bonnie was teasing him to come get the baby, to Tasha K, to Tacos and Shawarma, to every platform. My team was helping manage him. We had events planned. We did the Black Excellence Awards. We were going to fly him out here, and he was already getting threats then, you guys. And we were already aware behind the scenes, our security, that he was being threatened from Chrisean's team, okay? So this is not a secret, okay? There's nobody at his job. There's nobody at his work. There's no other situation. We are his management team, on phone with him every day, keeping updates, having meetings. So if anybody knows what he was being threatened from, it's gonna be us, you guys. So it like I said, it's unbelievable, the amount of threats he was getting, but it all was behind the paternity. There's not one time ever Ronnie came to me talking about this guy's giving me a hard time. I'm doing this, nothing. Every single time we had to fly him out or attempt to fly him out because he was in fear for his life was because Chrisean's camp or someone closely related to her was telling him he's either making too much noise, he's doing this, he's doing that, and you're talking about this guy's boyfriend, but it's everybody associated with her. It is nobody associated with anything else than Chrisean Rock. And I want to make that very clear. I don't want anyone's confusion. So, when a detective is investigating a homicide and they go to the family, right? And they're like, who do you think did this to your mother? Like, who do you think did this to your brother? And the family will be like, oh my God, it was Johnny, her boyfriend. He's been abusing her. Like, as soon as we found out Ronnie passed away, we knew it was Chrisean. We knew it was her family or somebody associated with her. He had already been getting threatened for 4 months prior to this from her people. We had already had to almost fly him out twice on the dime. Like, I'm talking when you had to fly somebody out, drop everything, emergency, Airbnb. That's what I'm trying to say. So this was not something new to us, and this was like taken very serious. Even though we thought it could never happen, even though we prayed it could never happen, because let's be real, when Bonnie and I first came out and we popped out and Bonnie's getting the tattoo of blue face and she's popping out fighting DJ Sky and she's fucking up the internet and we're going balls to the wall, we're getting threats too. Bodine leaks Bonnie's address. Bonnie has a child too. Thank God it was an address from like 3 condos ago, but he leaks Bonnie's address. Hi, Shamelly Boo. My publicist is in the chat, you guys. And Shamelly can attest to everything I'm saying because Shamelly booked tickets to fly Ronnie out when his life was in danger. Shamelly was there for all that. Shamelly talked to Ronnie when he's in panic, running from literally a threat of his life. It's all facts. We have timelines, Shamelly, right? We have threads of messages. And so, like I said, when we found out he passed away, we knew it was Chrisean and her camp. We absolutely knew it. And it's so funny because there was this one situation when Ronnie was telling me that he got in contact with an old friend, and he was saying that because you got to remember, Ronnie and Chrisean were friends. They were high school sweethearts. Chrisean stayed with Ronnie's family for like a long time until she went to California to go for school. And then Ronnie moved out to California with her. And then they caught that murder charge where the man was killed. Ronnie goes off to jail because he caught the murder charge. And then Chrisean tries out for House of Blues. She gets on the show. And the rest is history. That's where she meets Bonnie. Bonnie leaves the situation. Blue and Chrisean go off to stardom, right? That's literally what happened. So exactly. Yep. I see Tareen in there. Yep. Exactly. Okay. So they were vocal. And I want to point this out too, because this is one of the things on my topics. Everybody has seen the debacle about Plaqueboy Max. Okay. So we have these streamers, which everyone knows streaming is so popular now. That is the new thing, you guys. And if you haven't joined Twitch or Kick, I want to encourage you as a celebrity manager to you have to know when to elevate and to grow and to change, right? And it's very apparent apparent that this streaming, you know, and people watching your reactions and stuff is the new thing. So definitely check those outlets out. But Plaqueboy Max has Chrisean come over in Palm Springs for, you know, his stream. She kind of gets embarrassed. He tells her ahead of time that I guess she can stream or she can be a part of the show. And Wendy's there, the little streamer girl that she's been having back and forth with. So it's a whole thing. Chrisean doesn't get to stay. He politely asks her to leave the platform. He don't want no problems. Chrisean on the live is telling him, like, it's really not like that. I didn't come up here for all that. And, you know, she starts crying very, you know, dramatically and sad. And, you know, was Max trying to get a moment out of her? He could have. You know, this is a selfish industry. Everybody wants clout. If we get invited to a platform, they're not inviting Bonnie because they love her. They did it. They get inviting her because she has a story and they want to hear her pop her shit in Blueface and did it in all her shit. You know, if I take one of my NFL clients to a platform, they don't want to hear it. They want to hear about your, you know, your NFL career, the juicy stuff. So, you know, it's normal for that, right? Right. Yes. So my opinion on her, I've never had a problem. I have to say this. Again, I'm a celebrity manager. I look at the number differently from most of you guys. I have to see the viralness as analytics and marketing. So in order to be in this industry, there has to be a level of dramatization, exaggeration, right? Some of us can work the media and the marketing and go up and be making six figures because we know how to do it. So we don't take it personal. We learned in marketing that you're going to have to up the internet. You're going to have a debate. That is the strongest, most viral moment, a moment where people can debate. Is Bonnie pregnant? Does she have a tattoo? Is she not? Is Ronnie the baby? Is he not the baby? Is it debate? That's what sells. You get it? So if you can hone in on a debate, if you can have a topic that makes two sides strongly debate, that is key, right? So Ronnie's into the industry was the debate of, is this child his? Is it not? And so, you know, the circus, the internet, it's a hard game. I respect everyone in it. All these ladies are kind of tied. Chrisean, Bonnie, Jaden, they're all kind of tied into a way, in a sense. I don't hate anybody. I never had an issue with Chrisean. I always compared her, and Bonnie would tell me a lot about her because they lived in the house together. My only issue arose when Ronnie started having issues with her and she started picking up my money and she started getting in the way of certain things because we know she's manipulating. We see all this stuff that she has done. We know situations of her setting up Blueface and trying to get Blueface unalive. We know situation of her trying to set up Whack 100 and different people in his camp trying to get him unalive. So we know a lot more insight about Chrisean. This is coming from, you know, me who is a celebrity manager who knows all these people and been around them. So I never had an issue at all because, you know, Bonnie could date who she wants. Ronnie could date who they want. Who am I to ever tell anybody who to date or who to love? Because y'all will never tell me who to date or who to love, right? Like ever. If you think you can have an opinion on that, you can't. So I have to trust these adult people who are my clients make the best decision. Of course, Ronnie was still talking to Chrisean even up until the mall incident and all that stuff. And it was a side-eye moment, but I can't tell. But when I knew there was manipulation going on, when I was finding out that this was being said and then she was breaking promises to him and all this, and she had his head so messed up. He was going crazy, going viral, doing his big one. The moment he got legal involved and had his court date about to come, it's like her whole life flashed in front of her eyes. She quickly realized, if this gets out that I have this child with Ronnie, it is over. People are already up with my bullshit. Blueface ain't even out to help me with all this crazy madness. And if people find out that this is Ronnie's baby, I'm going to look like a whore. I'm going to look like I was this. I'm going to look like I've lied about so much shit. I can't even go back and forth with Jaden because I'm not even worthy. It's like, again, everyone says it goes from $1 million baby to nothing is the internet perception. But really, Ronnie's family would have loved that baby so much. Ronnie's family would have gave all to that baby. That baby would not have to want for nothing in this world had Ronnie's family got the proper due justice of knowing if that was their child. So it's so horrible. Do I hate Chrisean? No. Do I hate what she did to Ronnie? Yes. Do I believe wholeheartedly that Chrisean had something to do with Ronnie's passing? 100% yes. 1,000%. From what he told me, from frantic phone calls I get, from threatening messages he sent to my team, yes, that is the only person he kept screaming that was trying to threaten was her camp, her people, and her family, okay? That's it. It's black and white. It is black and white. That's it. There was no other threat coming to him. There's no he was in the streets. There's no this was a coworker. There's nothing. It was coming. All the threats that were made on his life prior to his passing were made by Chrisean Rock's camp. Yeah. So for those of you who weren't here last week, I'm going to go over this really quickly with you. And I appreciate you guys so much. Again, thank you so much. All you content creators, I've been meeting so many of you guys, and you guys are just amazing. And I want to tell you guys, keep doing your big one. No Jumper, you guys. We are having an open casting call for a new host, okay? So if you think you got what it takes to be a host on No Jumper, which is undoubtedly the biggest West Coast platform, right? I have a tutorial video on my TikTok and on my Instagram. But basically, you're going to send josh@nojumper.com a picture of yourself. You're going to send him a quick description why you think you would be a great host of No Jumper in addition to No Jumper. And then lastly, you're going to send like 3 clips. So it could be Instagram clips of, you know, you doing your big one on the red carpet, you doing your streaming thing. Be original, you know what I mean? And I gotta mind you, No Jumper is such a huge platform for you to meet business-minded people and to really soar your resume out the door. The name of people that go through those doors and the amount of contacts you will make will elevate your career, no doubt. I mean, Whack 100's there. He's a celebrity manager. He has millions of dollars. He still has a show on there, building his momentum, okay? We have Unk, 607 Unk. He already has a huge successful platform making $200K a month, but he's still seeing the value in going over to No Jumper and, trying to do that. So I just want to tell all you guys, if you're interested or you want to be a host of No Jumper or get involved, I always tell people, like, if you really want something in life, don't ever be too proud. Like, if I wanted to do that or whatever I want to do, I'd be the janitor. Like, I'm getting in that door. I would literally paint your walls. I would do whatever it took to get in that door. And that's the attitude I've always had. I'm like, if I went in there, y'all won't believe this I did to get where I gotta go, okay? And I'm okay? So this is back in the day, okay? You kids have it easy. You guys have it easy. Everything's one click away. It's insane. It's insane, yes. So let me give you guys these messages real quick. Chocolate Berry Girlfriend, I see you in there. Give me 1 second, you guys, okay? Okay. Thank you guys for waiting. So, interesting enough, Chocolate Berry, you know this. I had to send this to Captain. I had to send this to my attorney. I had to send this to everybody. I got hit up from somebody. I don't know if they knew Ronnie, but they hit me up and they're like, oh my God, Ronnie's case was solved. And they were like, can you take a look at this? They sent me a screenshot of some guy and it was a 61 count indictment. It was literally scrolling like this, like this. And it had so many charges. And then there was 2 posts connected to it. So it was a picture of the guy, his mugshot. And then on the top of it, it said Melinda, Ronnie's mom, like her thing. And then it said like, oh my God, you're going to go down for doing this to my son, right? Yes. Okay. So we've seen that, right? And so let me see if I can bring that up for you guys. So we were freaking out. I want us to talk about that. I want to know if you guys have seen that. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? What my attorney said about it? Okay, yes. And you guys got to remember, Chocolate Berry, did you deep dive? I know, Cassandra, you said you did. But hold on, I'm going to tell you what we found out, though, before anyone jumps the gun. But what did you find out? Let me see real quick in the chat. I'm going to still bring Chocolate Berry up. Yeah, I'm watching. But anyways, you guys, let me get back to what I was saying initially. Again, I'm Jessica West. Thank you for joining my live, you guys. We are talking all things Ronny Doe. We are giving updates on his case. We are talking about the CAN law, a law that is going to be passed in Congress to help men against fighting for paternity against retaliation. So we are talking that. What I was talking about before was, again, Chrisean was in Palm Springs with Max, and we had that situation. She leaves the stream, she's embarrassed, but then we have Chrisean's family again on the internet threatening people. And so I have the screenshot of her sister threatening Plaqueboy Max, and I'm just like, I have no words. I have no words. Okay, but when you guys looked it up, what I'm asking is, did it say anything about Ronnie? Because when we looked it up, it said, as of today's date, Ronny Doe's case has not been solved, and it's still open in the state of Maryland. So that's what I meant. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. His cousin's name, Tina, she posted that they got justice. Yeah. Okay, I don't know which Tina you're talking about. I know there's a Tina that is related to him, and I know there's another one that was a fan and doesn't know him. So, looks like Ronnie's mom. Okay, yeah. So my attorney looked at the paper. My attorney, I'll tell you what he said. He said that was a 61 count indictment, but that was for drug and trafficking charges for another person. He said it had nothing to do with Ronnie's case. Tina Sean. Okay, I'm going to look it up. I'm in contact with some of his family. Some of them reach out to me, but I don't think I've talked to a Tina. Yeah. There's a lot of misrepresentation on the internet, and you got to be careful who you're talking with. Even if someone hits me up and like, oh, I'm Ronnie's this, like, I still don't say anything. You get it? Like, I know Aunt Jetta, I know the mom, and I know like a few other people that I know are his family. And so I don't really talk outside of that. AJ, like, we have a close little, so if you reach out to me and you're trying to talk about Ronnie, like, just send it to me. I'll look at it, but I'm not going to like go back and forth with you with it. I just be like, oh, thank you. I appreciate you sitting to me, because I don't know who you are. And you know, these Chrisean fans being camouflaged, trying to pretend like they're other people. Girl, they be doing the most. You know us, you guys. We've went against Chrisean since the beginning of this. Like, we came out with her and Bonnie bumping heads. So if you guys don't think that I have gotten the worst of worst for them, my poor page gets reported every single day. Like, you know that army and what they do. So, I mean, yes, I get it. So I get it. I understand how they come at someone if you want to talk about anything Ronnie related, anything Jaden related, anything that they don't like. It is a army of reporting old ass weird auntie grandmas. It's insane. Like, it's insane. So, you know, but that's not going to stop us. It's justice for Ronnie all day. Like, God don't play about Ronnie and his message and what he was fighting for. And his spirit is so strong, resonates with so many of us. And we promised him that we were going to fight for him. We promised him that we were going to get justice for him. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. The family's so bold for all these situations and these accusations. For her sister to get online and threaten Plaqueboy Max, arguably, he just came out on Complex's top 25 media hip hop streamers as number 5 on the list. So you're talking somebody who's very much respected in media. So for her sister to come out and threaten him like that, I was a little taken back by that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just like, they done lost their marbles. They done lost their marbles. And the thing is that, like, people don't take Chrisean's family that serious. A lot of people look at them and they see homelessness, they see poor, they see not threatening. But you can't put anything past that family, let me tell you that. You cannot put anything past the connections they have. You cannot put anything past the secrets that they're willing to try to protect. You guys have to trust me when I say that. You cannot put anything past that family. And I mean that wholeheartedly. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so hold on. Let me show you guys. Let me get what I was gonna get. So yeah, and I haven't seen a response from Plaqueboy Max yet. I'm looking at Captain's thing. What do you guys think about Blueface's weight gain? They got Bonnie. They did one of Bonnie as who's the girl on Simpsons? I think it was like the aunt or something. Because remember, Bonnie used to have those big fillers. There's one of Bonnie at one of these two. It's super funny. What do you guys think about his weight gain? Does it look good? Yes, yes, yes. And then also, you guys, I wanted to bring up, we had in the news that passed recently. And mind you guys, really quickly, the last public message that Ronnie's family had put was after Nene Leakes' interview. Chrisean went on Nene Leakes' podcast saying she had a dream about Ronnie before he passed away. And Aunt Jetta, right under Nene Leakes, the day it came out, said, what you should have asked her is why she won't give my sister a blood test. If she shares that baby is Blueface, just give a blood test. This is after Nene Leakes' interview, you guys. So when Chrisean's over there parading around, pretending like she's good with the family or the family knows it's not their son, that's not true. That's Aunt Jetta. That's the day after Nene Leakes' drop of her podcast. So the family still very much wants the paternity, very much wants to know. And we talked about this last time. When I had you guys up here last time, I said, if this is you guys and y'all was in the situation, like, what would you even do? If they didn't want the responsibility, I could understand. I wouldn't even fault them because everything that comes behind it. But it's just like when you're really good people, and which they are, you're going to fight for your kin. Like, y'all know that. Y'all know that. Go Aztecs! Yes, I'm from San Diego, y'all. San Diego, California. My husband played football there. Yep. I see you. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for sending that stuff over. I appreciate you guys again. Again, I'm going to leave the information for the can law in all my links, you guys. Don't forget to sign that. We want to raise as many signatures as we can. We are trying to get this law passed, okay? We are trying to bring justice and awareness. There's oftentimes so many men that are fighting for paternity or women fighting for paternity that seek retaliation. The fact that Ronnie was so scared before he passed away, still, it just haunts me to this day to know that someone could be in fear. Can you imagine thinking someone's going to kill you and having that fear in your heart? But it's almost as if you talk yourself down, in the back of your head. But I think Ronnie knew it was such a strong possibility, and me and my whole team were just trying to keep going, no. And again, like I was saying, how I piggyback, we had been threatened by so many people on Blueface's team by Bonnie. They leaked her address, and like I mentioned, it was the wrong address, and there was like a poor little family that lived there when Bodine leaked Bonnie's message. Because you guys got to remember, right before Blueface went to jail, he told Bonnie, okay, Bonnie, if you know Blueface, y'all know Blueface. He was trying to have Bonnie, Chrisean, and Jaden like all work together. And he was taking a really long time like with Bonnie. And so I got with Bonnie. I'm already a manager. I'm already managing NFL players. So I'm like, Bonnie, I'm going to help you, right? Like I went to film school. I worked in marketing. I worked for some of the biggest companies in the world. I was like, I'm going to help you. Like, this is what we need to do. Because she left the Blue Girls Clubhouse and wanted to come back in the situation. Her and Blueface were always messing around, dealing around. And he kept telling her, wait a minute, I'll come for you. I'm working with Jaden. Wait, Jaden's hit song just came out. Wait, we're doing stuff with her. So I was just like, girl, you do not need that nigga. Like, if you really want to go the fuck off, like, go the fuck off. This is the internet. There's 80-year-old grandmas on TikTok that are famous. You don't need nobody. Like, put the pedal to the metal and let's get to it, right? Right. So, exactly. Owing millions of billions of dollars. Exactly. Yep, okay. Thank you guys so much. We want justice for Karan. Thank you so much, Cassandra. Hey, Kayla, I see you. Thank you so much. All the messages, all you guys Kayla, I know you signed the petition. I know you've been actively working at different community centers and helping people with that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. Yeah, you guys. So, again, God, it's been tough. It's been really tough for us to get back on track after everything. We had so much good stuff planned out for Ronnie, and he was just taken too soon. It was just disgusting that this can happen. And, we want justice for him. We're not going to start fighting. And somebody had asked me before, and my attorney's checking into that right now to see if there's a reward that can be behind his case. Oftentimes that can motivate people to give the police the little lead or the little piece of information, but they've kept it really tight-lipped, you know? And I think more so the family's first statement when they came out to Tasha K saying they want privacy was, it was a lot, you know? This internet game's not easy, you guys. Even when I, you know, when I first got in this industry, I had to sit down with my family and be like, listen, y'all gonna see stuff you don't like we're gonna go off, like, and my family had to adjust to it too. Me and Bonnie are cousins, so my family's her family, but I'm like, you guys are gonna have to adjust to it and trust the process, and they're gonna drag us every which way. But again, if you work in media, you understand that almost bad is good, and it's like the more clout and the more numbers you can get and the more controversy you can cause, the more your analytics go up, and the more you're wanted, the more you're a brand, the more you can market yourself, and therefore the more you make money. So it's a simple algorithm, you guys. And so again, Ronnie was this talented musician. He believed he had a strong story. He thought that the baby was his. He had timelines, proof, navigations, receipt, text message. He was there actually when the baby was born. For some of you that don't know, I have proof of that. He has messages of every single time Chrisean came out to visit him. He has screen recordings of Chrisean. He has the messages of someone being like, hey, Chrisean wants to meet you the day at the mall. He has everything. So I'm sure in his heart, like, he knew, especially with him finally coming out on the internet being so vocal, that there was a potential risk of danger. So he really was keeping tabs on himself. Whenever he'd go out, okay, I'm going here, Jess. Okay, I'm going there. Okay, I'm doing this interview with that. Because again, there's a level of threat. This is a person that I'm managing, and he's already gotten 4 intense threats on his life. That's not normal, you guys. And that's not normal to have to go through. And I knew he wanted to protect his family. And I know he was trying so hard to keep them away from that he was like suffering in silence and some of that. And he opened up to some of us. I'm sorry, you guys. Like, it's just so hard for me to talk about. It's the worst case scenario that could have ever happened in my life. And it's just like, I am still trying to pick up the pieces. I'm still trying to just understand, like, how you slip through my grips is how I feel. Like, how you literally slip through my hands. It just is so hard to talk about, you guys. I'm so sorry. Like, yeah, and it just feels like when somebody tells you that, you know, they're in fear for their life, and, you know, and I'll show you the messages for those of you that didn't see them last time. Thank you guys so much for sending all the gifts. I appreciate it. I like it. I like tiki-taki. I'm just playing. Someone said that in my chat. They're like, you called it tiki-taki. I said, yes, because my niece calls it that. But let me show you guys some of the messages, because I have new followers in here. You guys follow Chocolate Berry, follow Cassandra the Boxing Whisperer, follow Captain for likes, okay? Follow Bonnie Lachey, follow the Ronny Doe Legacy page, and also follow the Can Law page that we're going to be putting up, and that's going to have updates on Ronnie's case. And then also, if you guys have any information about legality or anything that has to do, if you're a celebrity client and you need legal, we have Attorney Rosenberg working and reviewing on the case as well. I'll put his link in the bio. Oh, thank you, Shameli. Yeah, he was a little brother. I adored him. Like, he was just such a good person and so talented, and it was a lot to go through what he went through, and I knew it was a lot, and I was just like, man, but you know, not everyone's built for this. That's why 1% of people become 1%ers. You get it? And not everyone gets to become a millionaire. Not everyone gets to become a celebrity, because only few people get to walk this life. So many distractions get in, the bills get in, this get in, and you give up on your dreams. And it's easier to just get a 9-to-5 and have that security and balance to put your life on the line and really fight for your dreams. Do you guys know how special that is? Do you know how special that really is to fight for your dreams? Special that really is to fight for your dreams, to become lineage. Right. I'm sure, yes. I'm sure the family gave them everything. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ronnie had a couple phones. Mm-hmm. 100%. His family does not want her associated. It's so hard for them to even think about that. And I keep going back to his mom's message. That day he passed away, you guys, and his mom came out. She said, you guys really killed my son. You guys really took my son. Like, really? Really? It's heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. And I hope that too, you know, I really do. So let me show you what I got sent to me, okay? So this was the picture, you guys. Okay? And then if you notice at the top right here, it has Melinda, Ronnie's mom. And you see they tagged Cap'n, they tagged all of us right here. So this is what we got sent to us. And then let me show you. So if you go out of it, let me go to Instagram. So if you go out of it, right? And then there's another page and it has all the guys' charges. There's literally 61 charges. 61 charges dating back, okay? And this is the thing, at the end of the day, unless you were managing Ronnie, unless you had Ronnie's number, unless you talk to Ronnie every day, I don't give a shit what you say. You have to know that. You have to know that. You cannot just get on my chat and be like, Ronnie wasn't this and Ronnie wasn't, when you're a fan. You get that, right? Like the internet is for you to have opinions, and you get to, and that's what makes it so fun. Your comments make us money. But you have to know we don't really believe that, or we don't really think that. We all know it had to do with Chrisean and the paternity. If Ronnie never came out to fight for paternity, Ronnie would be alive. Period. Okay? If Ronnie's voice didn't get that big, Ronnie would still be alive right now, sis. Like, you have to know that. He was threatening money, legacy, and a whole career. You don't understand the dynamics and how much Chrisean and Blueface were making and how much money they were able to make from Chrisean. Okay, so Ronnie fell for he fell for the bird. That's what happened. Ronnie had her when she was fresh and beautiful and had such intense, beautiful moments with her. She moved in with him in high school. They moved out to California to fight for their dreams together. And then he ends up, there's another murder. He goes to jail for attempted murder. Chrisean goes to the Blueface house, and the rest is history. He's always been there. He's always been. Bonnie would tell me when she lived in the house with Blueface, Chrisean would go back to some guy who was the love of her life. When she got caught in Oklahoma, wherever she caught with all those drugs or whatever she was doing, she was going to see the people in that side. She's going back to her home turf, okay? She's going to bring the goods to the person that she loves, okay? They always were in communication. You get it? And you got to realize sometimes we have a fantasy in our head and we meet someone when we're young. And for that situation, we were in love and our hearts were good. And people change by experience day by day. Your experience make you. So Chrisean had changed. Chrisean had morphed. And not only that, she morphed with fame and fortune. And that's hard to deal with. And you want to think, oh, this person's not going to change or this person is not going to know. Ronnie couldn't grasp how demonic and how bad she changed. It wasn't the same person. It wasn't Shawnee from high school that ran track. That wasn't who he was dealing with anymore. He didn't understand that. None of us understood that. None of us really got that until it was too late. Do you understand me? Until it was too late. And again, so the Vlad, there's a clip that's going viral. It's Vlad interviewing WAC 100. And Vlad says, I just saw Chrisean at Jason Lee's award show. And God, does she look rough. He said from how she first came out, he said it's kind of hard to look at. You know, and WAC gets online talking about Chrisean every other day. We all know that. But again, that Chrisean is the Chrisean that Blueface fell in love with. Like, you have to understand that Chrisean in the beginning is the Chrisean that would always be in Ronnie's head. It doesn't matter how she turned out or what she was going through. Once he loves somebody and he's there for you, he's really there for you. So you can't get mad at Ronnie for liking Chrisean and loving on her and trying to be there for her and trying to work it out. It didn't matter what Chrisean did. Chrisean could come back from anything with Ronnie. He really, really loved her. And he really, really believed that was his child, you guys. And as the baby kid's getting older and literally is morphing into Ronnie's family's face in front of our eyes, like, what? It literally has Ronnie's grandma's head and his mom's head. What? And all the Chrisean fans are like, that's a Blueface baby. What? Child. That's when I knew. I'm like, it don't matter. It don't matter what they say, you guys. It like, there's no convincing them. You have to understand that. I know that from working with Bonnie. Like, there's no, Blueface and Bonnie could be having sex right in front of everyone, and they'll be like, it's AI. That's not real. Like, they're. So that's why we fuck with them so much, because y'all are delusional. Y'all don't believe it anyways. We could have had all the proof in the world. You wouldn't have believed us anyways. So yeah, we're going to fuck with your head, and we're going to make you think extra hard and burst another little bubble and really make y'all crash out. Like I said, the whole algorithm for the internet is just being able to cause controversy. If you can have a subject or an identity or entity or a person that creates controversy, that's it. You're not the popular girl in high school unless you have haters. You get that? Like, you are not that bitch dating the top athlete, that bomb bitch mean girl in high school, unless you have haters. The haters must exist. You get it? For you to be that bitch, right? So it's the yin and yang art in life, you guys. There's no good without bad. There's no bad without good. There's no light without dark. There's no dark without light. But it's the yin and yang, right? So yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're crazy. And you should see that. Oh my gosh. So what I would do when I first started this with Bonnie, because dealing with NFL players, super easy. Okay. Both my exes, one ex played football. My husband played professional football. So me being in the NFL world, that's just so different from celebrity entertainment, especially dealing with people who are controversial. And Bonnie's very controversial. Shayna Mokler, my other client, she's controversial. So I have this niche of dealing with people that cause controversy. You get it? And Bonnie's like the only person that you guys would know I manage, unless I tell you, because everybody else is kind of like, Jess, you be in all that rah-rah shit on the internet. You be with that shit. And that's okay. Like, I respect that. You're not going to see me popping it about those other clients. But Bonnie, we pop it. You get it? We be going in. Yeah, and again, that's why Ronnie wanted me to help him. He was just like, you didn't give a fuck. You and Bonnie came in there and tore everything up and didn't care. And because we, like I said, we got threatened everywhere. They leaked Bonnie's address. And like I said, fans were going up to the address that they leaked of Bonnie. It was Bowden who did it. And I was standing right by Bonnie when it happened, and her phone starts going crazy, and then Bodine texts her some crazy shit like, oh, it ain't fun if the rabbit ain't got a gun. Like, they were threatening us and everything. And then, so he leaks Bonnie's number, all these phone calls start coming in, and then I said, release Blue's and his. So then we leaked Blueface's number, because you guys aren't going to fucking bully us. Like, it's on, you get it? So we had no fear, and I don't know why. I think back to this day, like, we were just going the fuck off, because like I said, we was rebranding Bonnie, we're coming back in, and we were about to go off, right? So again, I say this to say Ronnie respected that, and he needed someone aggressive that was going to push him in the industry. And like, really fastly, he made friends. We got him on Tasha K, we got him on Tacos and Shawarma, and these are like podcasts that we already made friends with. And it was hard for people to hear. I don't think people wanted to hear that. The Chrisean fans don't want to ever hear that there's a different baby daddy or there's something more going on. They're going to rep her, whatever she's going with. And they don't really care for Blue or anyone in it. It's just what she's on at the moment. If she's into church, they're going to be on church with her. If she's into Blueface, they're going to be into Blueface with her. It's whatever. So it's you're not exempt from anything. You can't take any of it serious, right? But most importantly, seeing the baby out at 2 a.m, almost get washed away by a wave, seeing the baby have to smoke a bong in the smoke shop, like, we're sick of it. Like, it's just insane. And I had a comment go viral the other day, you guys, because it was a clip of her somewhere else, and I literally wrote, she be in every hood but motherhood, and there was like thousands of comments on it, because girl, you be everywhere but where you're supposed to be, taking care of Ronnie's baby. So get to it. That's the least you fucking can do, okay? It's the least your little crusty could do. So I'm sick of her. Like I said, and to answer again, I don't hate her, but I hate what she did to Ronnie. How I know she did something to Ronnie is because I had to help Ronnie fly out of Maryland twice because he was in fear of his life for Chrisean Rock's side and Chrisean Rock's team in camp. Okay? We have Tasiki on the Jason Lee podcast and said, you know, something ain't right with that situation. All I know is pow pow DNA test, and the next day he wasn't there. That's her own sister saying this, you guys. That is so telling. That is so telling. Like, what did you guys think about these past interviews? And let me see in the comments what you guys think. There's been a lot going around this week, okay? It's been a lot. We're trying to kind of keep up with everything. And like I said, you guys, I just got out of town for a family emergency. My voice is gone. Bear with me. But I just want to get on here at least so we can update everyone and talk about Ronnie and keep this train going, okay? We were supposed to do the live yesterday, Wednesday. We've been doing them every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Didn't make it. We had to pivot on today. Yeah. Didn't make it. We had to pivot on today. Yes. Guest that was supposed to be joining me. Let me see if they're here. Wack was not in Baltimore the day that happened at all. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The fans don't know what they're talking about. You guys hear certain little pieces. You guys believe that Blueface is the baby's dad. That's why I know you don't know what you're talking about. If you believe that, then I can't even start to have a conversation with you. Especially that the baby is morphing into Ronnie. You know, so... right. It's gonna be give the baby another year and a half. It's gonna be Ronnie in reincarnation, and what the fuck you gonna do after? What's gonna happen is Blueface is gonna have to come out because the baby's gonna look so much like Ronnie that Blueface is gonna have to be like, yeah, I know, we didn't know, but they do know, we didn't know, but I'm gonna be a stand-up guy and I'm gonna raise him anyway. That's what's gonna have to happen, because what are they gonna do in a couple more months? Yeah, the streaming world's making a mockery out of her. You get no sympathy, ho. We're not letting up on you. You killed Ronnie, so I don't care if they make a mockery out of you every damn place you go. May the devil haunt you. You're not going to get away with what you did to him. You're not going to get away with stressing him out, making that boy's life a living hell for something he deserved, his birthright, to know if that was his son. And even if we didn't do anything, even if we didn't advocate for Ronnie, even if, girl, karma, the universe is waiting. And when the universe comes back when it's karma, oh, what God can do, what we can't, oh, it's 10 times worse. It's 10, and so I'm insecure in that. I know in my heart of hearts that whatever, God don't play about Ronnie. God don't play about his fight, because it was pure, it was honest, and it was a stand-up. How many fathers do you know that seek paternity and want to raise a child? How many do you know? It rarely happens. And you have this person with a disabled child at that. Okay, wanting to be there to support him, to love him, to raise him. He didn't want him in that Hollywood devil shit. He didn't want him out 3 o'clock in the morning, Blueface and his family teasing him, making. He didn't want any of that. Any podcast, Hater World comes out talking about the baby. Hater World was on the podcast and asked Bonnie. Hold on, you guys. Hater World was on. My phone's gonna die. Let me put it on the charger. Ronnie got on Hater World, and he was getting on them because they asked Bonnie in her interview. They said, "Is Charles Barkley really Blueface's baby?" And it went viral. And Ronnie got on there. He was like, "Charles Barkley, Hater World, you got messed up." So this is him in the media advocating so bad for this boy. She can't cook. That's her issue. Okay, let me read some of your guys' comments, okay, while I'm letting my phone charge. Okay. Itself is disturbing. We got Amanda. Nobody will ever love her the way Ronnie did. Thank you, Amanda. Hi, Andy said, hey, Andy. Thank you so much for joining the live, Andy. You're wonderful. And then Charnette J again, like I said, Wack was not in Baltimore when Ronnie was killed. That's an absolute lie. We spoke to Wack 100 the day after he passed and was on time with him, and he was at a convention, and I know where the city is that he was in. So that's not true, baby. And I'm not to say, I don't know who had a hand in anything. Like I said, there was disturbing allegations on him too. I'm not saying nothing. Anybody who has something to do with Ronnie, you're going to go down. And it's going to come to light. Everybody side-eyeing Blueface's whole camp. Don't play with it. We side-eyeing everybody over there. None of it feels good. Until we find out, we don't know what the fuck y'all got going on over there. Let me be really honest. Okay? Yeah, and the readings, you guys have been so wonderful. Oh my God, the readings that they were doing when Ronnie first passed, the energy, I know you guys saw some of that. I know you guys saw that. Yes, I have. I've talked to different people. 100%. I talked to some of the family members. I talked to friends. I talked to coworkers. I knew some of his people. I was managing him, you guys. So I talked to a lot of people that he knew, and it was helping him through everything. Yes, I know. I was so proud of him, you guys. I was so proud of him and the fight that he had. And I'm just so happy that he got to experience fighting for his dreams and doing the right thing and really going there in life, because he always had a dream to be a musician. He used to help Chrisean out with her music. There's a couple songs that Chrisean has that is actually Ronnie's song. My attorney's looking over that too to help us get the rights back for that. And she kind of went in there and stole his whole cadence. If you guys don't know what cadence is, it's the way your style is, right? So like if you hear a Lil Wayne song on the internet, you're gonna know it's Lil Wayne, like his cadence. You hear a DaBaby song on the internet, you know it's DaBaby, like the way he raps. So Michael Jackson, Prince, Beyonce, everyone has their own cadence. And so Ronnie's cadence is Chrisean's music. It's when you hear Ronnie's old stuff, Chrisean just took it. And when she first got in the Blueface house, Bonnie would tell me, she would ask Bonnie, like, oh my God, how do you write a song? How do you do a 16? What's a stem? What's a beat? What's an alloid? How do you do iTunes? Like, she didn't know none of that, and Bonnie had to help her with it. So again, she's not coming from a musical background, came in there. She took Ronnie's shit, showed Blueface. Blueface thought it was good and signed her. That's what happened. She literally tricked her away and claimed Ronnie's work and song, and it wasn't her stuff to begin with. Yeah, Ronnie's family, sports mom, to answer your question, Aunt Jetta was just in my live last week and said, thank you so much, Jessica, for doing this and keeping his name alive. They didn't say let him rest, okay? They said their first initial statement was, we're not talking right now. We appreciate your guys' support, okay? We don't know what happened, okay? But we're grieving and please respect our privacy, honey. The last thing Aunt Jetta said was she went under Nene Leakes live in her comments and said, why won't you give my sister paternity? So Sophie mom, if Aunt Jetta just 2 weeks ago wrote under Nene Leakes live, you're lying. Stop talking about Ronnie in that dream. And why won't you give my sister, which is Ronnie's mom, Melinda, the paternity? Honey, that's 2 weeks ago. That's 2 weeks ago, sports mom. So you guys keep trying to pop this narrative like Ronnie's family said let him rest. No, baby. Ronnie's family wants justice. Ronnie family knows we're fighting for him. Ronnie family knows he has an epic group of supporters that will not let his name go in vain. Okay? Nice try. We already know all the little Chrisean things you guys come in and say. Oh my God, let him rest. Oh my God, do this. Oh my God, you guys didn't know him. Oh my God, we already know. We know. We expect you guys to come in. You guys help us push the algorithm. You guys have to know that. When I make my poster, I do my videos, I do it hoping the Chrisean fans crash out because you guys make me go up every single time. So I love it. I need it. Keep it up, girlfriend. But I'm only telling you that to tell you the real because I am transparent. And I promised everybody while talking about Ronnie and telling my story, I would be transparent and really let you guys know what happened and what he was really going through. You know what I mean? Hold on, you guys. I got to put my phone on the charger real quick. Hold on. Chocolate Berry, girl, you ready to come up for a second? Where you at, sis? Hold on, you guys. Okay, you guys, if you guys are in the chat or anybody wants to come up to talk about anything they heard, special topics, we're going to do it really quickly because I got to go soon, you guys. But I do want my people, my regular guests to come up on here. And you guys, I had a special guest that was coming up here that I was so excited about from TikTok. You guys are going to gag when you find out who it is to come up here and give their opinion on some of the hot topics we're talking about. So give me 1 second. Let me see.
What's popping, West Coast?
Hi, can you hear me, babe?
Yes, gorgeous. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Listen, my phone's dying, so I'm putting it off my
Put
face
it
for a
down.
second,
It's
but
all good.
I need you to come up here and take the floor, girl.
Yeah, I'm just watching the comments. Let me talk to the people. And then I'm going to give everybody else a chance because I see it's a couple people in the chat that they want to talk to Jesse. So, yeah,
Definitely. Yeah.
definitely let me tell
So,
you, as always, I hope you had a phenomenal day and a wonderful week so far. But I'm going to go straight to these comments. Y'all, hello. Sports Mom. I feel you. I understand what you're saying. I promise you I do, sister. But I'm going to tell you something. It is so much more. It is so much more. Yeah, these psychics thing came and they wanna shuffle cards. But you have to use your discernment. You feel me? Nobody dislikes Chrisean. Nobody dislike. I know I don't. You know what I'm saying?
right,
That's my sister in Christ.
right,
Hopefully. You feel me? Discernment, time will show. But what Jessica is doing, you got a family. You got a mother, she has her daughters. Like, we tapped in with them. The only other person that know Aunt Jetta and all of them is Chrisean and Chrisean family. But I could tell you something. Them people hurting right now. So to get online where my son had all these people or my nephew had all these people coming against, y'all mean to tell me y'all gonna go quiet when he gone? Cause y'all know everybody's saying once the funeral over, everybody leave after the weekend. You feel me? So it's not that it's about a bash, but because Jessica, his manager, she gonna let it be known. You feel me? And then sometimes I'm gonna tell you something. Everybody in the comments, sit back and watch. You gotta sit back and watch, cause I could tell you 5 times. Usually I don't get in the comments until you notice something. You feel me? Justice should definitely be served for sure. Absolutely. If that's somebody's son, handsome, fine ass son. Okay? We
okay.
talking about somebody fine ass son.
Mhm.
And you see that baby with if his conditions were not present. Okay, follow me, because I'm not talking about no kid. I'm a mother. Shut my door, son. Papa, shut the
Mm.
door. Yes, sir. Shut the door. Thank you, Papa. I'm sorry, y'all. Listen, I'm a mother first. Do I like to see this girl really make a mockery of herself? No, but sometimes God got to figure out how to humble you because something ain't clicking. Her fans then told her to sit down. I seen some of them. I ain't even gonna call them no name. I don't know if you over there in the clique or not. It don't even matter. But what I do know, Ronnie was a for real prophet. See, God, it doesn't matter age. It doesn't matter. Like, the boy had a sense of wisdom on him to talk to him. You had to have talked to him personally. You had to know his strategic ways. You know,
Right.
he didn't just open up and start running his mouth. He was very strategic. and you
Right.
had to speak to him in a certain manner. I come from St. Louis, Missouri. I've been out here in Cali for 5 years, and it's totally different than the Midwest. You feel me? But guess what? I know Baltimore too. He got some real good music, and he could have got great. You gotta pay attention to signs and symbols. I'm just gonna say this: it's one hell of a coincidence for that man to get off like that. He mentioned two names on
Talk
top of
about
what he
it.
had going on, and he
Talk about
gone.
it.
He gone. We ain't gonna play with them two, but we
Hmm.
got him on the docket. Then if I find out when I reach out this evening, because I still haven't been able to tap in, Jessica. I'm gonna send you some of your inbox. But listen,
Okay, babe.
I ain't speaking nothing unless it's facts. But if I tap in tonight and I really find out that his family, that's not his mom that posted that, then I'm on Facebook. Matter of fact, we gonna do it now. I'm not even gonna keep y'all waiting the next week
And you know why I
because
said that is because, like we talked about, we're not reporting on fake news, and we're not here to
yeah,
smear and have this fake campaign over Chrisean. We want justice
that's
for
right.
Ronnie, no matter who did it.
No matter
Whoever did
who
it
did
gotta
it.
go.
But of course, everybody gonna have a conspiracy theory.
Exactly.
Everybody, you feel me?
And why the
Hold on,
case is
y'all.
so
Let's see.
sensationalized is because, like I said, it is like a movie. For someone to be fighting publicly for paternity with celebrities and then they're unalive a couple days before
You have to
court, it's
understand,
insane.
sports mom. Sports mom, come on, sister. Come
Hmm.
on, sister. If you got another hood rat, if your brother came to you and said, "I got a hood rat baby mama, but it's good, baby, hey, sister, I like it." What you talking about?
But sports mom Blueface has said multiple
He
times
know
he's
that
not
ain't his
sure it's
baby.
not his child. He's already took a DNA test. The one on Zeus was fake, honey. What are you talking about? He is very, very, very conflicted and has a hard time with this paternity the whole time, and so has his camp. They have not one time embraced that child like a regular situation. It has always been shame. You can tell in their mannerisms.
That is correct. That is correct. And I'll
Mhm.
tell you one thing, it's not right. Now, what I am going to share with y'all this evening, and then me and Jessica got some other work to do. And until we confirm with that family, we can't do nothing but see what we see. Let's
Yeah.
see here. Now, I'm all the way on the book with it from who posted it. And let me just make sure this Ronnie's mother. Yes, this is Ronnie's mother. And if y'all want to find her, y'all know her name, you feel me? Because she got everything on there. Now, what she says is, one second.
And make
Okay,
sure
so
you
it's
guys follow Chocolate Berry, you guys. Make sure you guys follow and support my girl. She is at 10K on her TikTok. She's running it
damn
up.
near, you know
She's
what?
so good at
But
content
only if
creating.
y'all solid. I'm building a genuine sisterhood. You feel me? I'm
Exactly.
gonna be honest. I'm getting ready to do a soft launch of my new invented business. When I say I got all the girlies, I got you. Your man ain't gotta come shop over here. You gonna do it for him, baby, because it's all gonna be fire.
I love you, sis. I'm so proud of
Okay,
you. You hear me?
so yes, and I thank you, Jessica, because you know what's up. It's time. We gonna
It's
talk though.
time.
So
It's
y'all,
time.
it says 6 days ago. We just been holding that information. It says your days are gone. You took my nephew life. Now your life is gone. Just like his auntie said at the funeral. You took his life, and now we're gonna take your freedom. But
Mm.
remember, I'm just gonna go back a little bit. The only thing that makes your head spin about this is from initial reports, and that's on down the line. There was multiple people on that. You feel me? So I'm gonna leave it there because like Chardonnay or Charlotte. I understand what you're saying. You're right. We not in Baltimore. You feel me? But that doesn't stop connections in Baltimore. That doesn't stop fraternities that go state to state. And we want to know. We all saw it. It was live. Probably the picking up of it. I don't see how it would be live. If it was live, that would have been the surface.
What was live? What are they saying?
CJ said they all saw it. It was live. So I tell you this,
No, that's not
CJ,
true. Blueface,
CJ,
no. Mm-mm.
CJ, what you in here? And I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna keep it straight real with you. Shut us down. Help us to not keep talking on the situation. Help us to keep his name alive in a certain manner. If you know for fact this on live, send it to one person. You ain't gotta put it on your stuff. You don't gotta be noticeable. Send it to the boss. You feel me? The host of this live, cause that was his manager. Feel me? Cause if he wouldn't have got that way, then he was gonna be gone upstate out west.
Right,
People
exactly.
stopped him from that good life. You gotta understand. You there? You know where we come from. Yes, we have a beautiful city. We both come from a beautiful, dangerous place. You feel me? So you just gotta look at the whole narrative. So now we want to know where this nigga come from. Feel me?
Yeah.
What
And you
what
guys
did
have
they
to
have?
understand, if Ronnie was told to subside his knowledge in the paternity for benefits for that child and benefits for that child to be connected to Chrisean, he was willing to do that. It got to a point where he knew wholeheartedly that the percentage of him being the child's father
After
was
the mall
way higher.
incident, after the mall incident, Ronnie was spooked as that one thing. You heard me.
So spooked.
So he was spooked. He got on that freeway. He dropped them two names. So I'm not doubting what you saying, CJ, at all. You
Mhm.
understand? You know, well, if CJ, the only reason I cannot believe that. Okay, all right. So he did the video. You speaking of the one that got released to Whack first? Talk to me.
Yep, talk
Talk
about
to
it.
me, cause honestly, I'm with you. I
Hmm.
remember it all since before
Yep.
she even came out here to Bad Girls 3 with Ronnie. You understand? So talk to us. If it's the video that recorded himself, he pushed record right before they got up on him, or he knew to press record while he was in the seat. That would be real nice to let his manager go to sleep
Thank
tonight.
you. If you have that. Thank
And
you.
if you don't want to
Exactly.
share the video out of respect, if you don't want to show it, I bet. Give her something though. And that's just being honest because his name gonna be kept alive over here regardless because he's
Mhm.
hella dope. Even if it's just to spread his music so his mother can get paid and his sisters.
Yes. And we're having, I already told you guys, we're working with a team of people to push his awareness. We have celebrities lined up to speak about him when the family makes their statement and they're ready to talk. We have advocates, we have celebrity attorneys ready to talk about Ronnie
That
on
is
their platform.
correct.
It's coming.
It just
There's
don't
no
and see
stopping
people
it.
don't understand the algorithm.
We have celebrity attorneys ready to talk about Ronnie
That
on
is
their platform.
correct.
It's coming.
It just
There's
don't
no
and see
stopping
people
it.
don't understand the algorithm.
Yeah.
People don't understand the algorithm, and I think I didn't understand until I started picking up as becoming a content creator 5 months ago. I didn't really understand this thing. I'm like, what? All right, they don't understand that everything that has already been put out, somebody got it. Somebody got it, and unfortunately, right there was the brother on that picture by himself. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
say this: it still don't look good because guess what? Until I know for sure, them detectives gonna turn them up because I heard it was multiple. You know what I'm saying? But
Exactly.
evidently, tell us where you go, CJ. You still here? So what? Did he know? Did he know? Old boy that's on the picture. Did he know him?
Mhm.
Did he
And let
know
me
him? Because he
extend the
knew
offer
whoever
to
came to see him.
exactly. If you are a Chrisean fan, advocate, or you just want to debate this, you're welcome to come up here too and say your piece.
For
You be
sure.
respectful. You come up here, and we open everyone. This is not to smear anybody. This is to have a safe space. Come up here and have open dialect.
That's all.
100%. So we appreciate you even saying that and coming up here to try to clarify, but you have to respect our opinion and kind of where it's coming from too. It's hard to listen to certain narratives when we're the ones who were involved or saw it firsthand. You know what
And
I'm
then you have
saying?
a lady in here, she not going toe to toe with you. But what she's saying, the boxing whisper, what she, you never know what somebody else going through, and you never know how you may be a content creator, or you might have. I see you got music. I'm gonna check your song out after her. You feel me? And you may not know how you might touch me through your music, and it touched somebody so bad, so big and bad when he got lost his life that she done had multiple episodes of different things. So if you in here and you feel like sharing, that's gonna be nice. But I don't see you coming back. But yeah, y'all, that's what we doing. We going up for Ronnie every time. Every time.
Every
There
time.
was somebody wanted to come in here and talk to you. Let me go back. I don't know if she's still in here. Her
Yeah, I
name
believe.
Shay May. Shay Max. Where you at, girl?
But we appreciate her coming in here, and thank you for watching the live. Like I said, even the bad is good. It really is. You know what I mean? As long as we can debate it, and it's gonna push him into the algorithm. You get it? So I appreciate the comments, and I want everyone talking about it. You talk about him, y'all keep spreading his name, keep talking about it. Okay? I want to
But
remind
see,
everyone the
this why
can.
we don't want that right there, CJ. This what I'm saying. And I'm
Mhm.
just looking at that. I just talked to you 100. You know, no matter what nationality you are or whatever. I just spoke to you from the heart. Like, are you gonna holler at it? You saying we welcome, but what are we welcome for? Because you just stated some big accusations. You see,
Mhm.
his family could be in here watching. You understand? Like his family could be watching. Everybody has to be, man. Over the years, this generation, I'm 39, so under this generation, yeah, what's up? Like nobody has compassion. Nobody watch what they write in the comments. You got people watching. You feel me? Go ahead, sis.
Yeah. And so, okay, she said, okay, you're very welcome. Yeah, girl, if you want to come on here, you ever want to voice your opinion, you are more than welcome to. But it's important to have an open dialogue, taking everything. There's so much misinformation. There's so much people trying to push narratives. So basing your phone educated thought, you're going to have to use critical thinking in all these situations.
Mm-hmm.
Even the release of the paternity test the day after he passed away, not even 24 hours, you guys. A fake test was put up, and it's so disheartening, and it just speaks so much volumes. The silence after that spoke volumes to me as well.
Very, very much like aha. Now I can speak without being rudely interrupted.
Right. It was disgusting how it was done. And you would think what hurt my heart so bad is that this person, Ronnie, has so much history with this person. Never in a million years thought that he could really get hurt behind it. And then to have a smear campaign on his name, to keep lying on him in platforms, to make it seem as if you're cool with the family and they know it's not their grandchild is unacceptable.
Yeah, because they over there, they're gonna hurt, and if they're not hurt now, it's gonna hurt so bad in a couple more months. It's gonna
Mm.
hurt so bad. And I'm just gonna say this: do y'all know about the situation with the 7-year-old little boy from Milwaukee that got kidnapped and his daddy ran in the house, so everybody gave him backlash for him running in the house, leaving the child, and the kidnapper so-called took him. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. TikTok. So y'all remember that in Milwaukee a few weeks ago?
Right. Yeah.
Well, if y'all don't, it comes out. Everybody's trying to figure out what you left your son. No, what happened was, yeah, CJ, there is. It is. That's why I was just. That's why your comment stood out. That's all, baby. But no, y'all, just like that came out after all the detectives then went out there and pushing, like, who took this baby? Like, what you got going on? Oh, so y'all wanted to set up this GoFundMe to get a 10,000 or however many dollars, and you put your son. Man, come on. People will do anything to
We'll
keep their
do
name, do anything
anything.
to get a dollar, anything to keep some fame. She connected to Blue. She need him.
Talk
It's
about it.
showing. It's showing. You remember when he went live? All I could picture her on that damn stream cooking was when Blueface was upstairs and asked for a burger. She went down and put it in the motherfucking oven. Do y'all remember that? And
I
then we
remember
seen the
that.
taco meat. The
I
brother
remember
came and put
that.
some
I
butter in
remember
it.
that.
He got me put some butter in it, and then she said, "I do this."
Whew.
I had to watch her the clips because I won't click because it's not that she has to show us her baby. She does not have to
Mhm.
put Junior on here, but because she had him on national social media, because she flaunted him all the way up until his features started showing, until
Mhm.
people could notice that something was wrong. It doesn't matter now because everybody knows. So now you got people targeting that girl with CPS and
Mhm.
everything, yo. They not
Yeah.
gonna forget about them pictures, and they coming to holler.
Oh my
They coming
goodness.
to
And
holler.
it's disturbing now. And like we mentioned before, it's like the 15 minutes of fame are over. There's no blue face to protect you. There's no way for you guys to go back and forth and cause media. You have a spectacle on you right now. You have people counting and clocking every move you're doing. And you
Everything.
everything, and you keep going out at night, leaving the baby, all this stuff like that. And we already know Dr. Specialist has said this baby should have been in specialty programs since day one,
And
having
I
help,
heard,
having
look,
this
you
since
got
day
J Baby
one.
down here. J Baby. Yes, she had a booking email for Junior right after he was born. Now let's keep it all the way 100, okay? If I was a celebrity and I had my baby on, chose to do some stuff like that, because that's really a private moment, okay? Unless you earn for a real show, a big show. But when you having a baby, all right, you push them out with hundreds of thousands. It was so many people on there. I remember I was supporting her, y'all. Like, girl,
Yeah.
push that baby out. You
Yes.
feel me? So don't
Yes.
get it twisted. I knew about Ronnie. I knew about that
Mm-hmm.
little situation, but we didn't know him, of course, right? We just knew him as, I'm like, damn, he handsome. Okay, I see the
Mm-hmm.
resemblance in him and Blueface. That's where I left my thought process at. I'm still supporting
Very
her.
quickly. I think you're right. Everyone was rooting for Chrisean. She's this young black
Yeah,
woman who beat the odds,
yeah,
doesn't have a tooth, blue faces. We were all
yes.
supporting her. We
Yes.
were
When
all rooting
they
for
kept
her.
on showing her running track, I'm like, look at her. She a baddie. Go, girl.
Right.
Go. But you know what
Change the
pissed me off,
game.
y'all? I'm going to keep
Right.
it real with you. When that man came out, she could have stood against all odds because she got some of her music from him, some of her style from him. Y'all from B-More, one of the most dopest cities. No matter what go on in B-More, the drug epidemic or whatever, it's still one of the dopest cities across the whole United States. I can honestly
Mm-hmm.
attest to that. But I'm going to tell you where she messed up at. With me, I unfollow everything that could link back to her. She just now really coming back up in the algorithm, okay, for me. But what I'm gonna tell you is, all she had to do was turn the. If you watching Chrisean from another page, and guess what? If anybody watching for her, sis, turn it around. They gonna
Please.
support you. We already
Mm-hmm.
know something wrong with nephew. You feel me? We already know, baby. We all done sent money to you. I done sent you hella gifts for your baby. You feel me? On top of the line too. So y'all gotta encourage her. Nobody, her fans, not even seeing. They think so many people against her to where
Mm-hmm.
they wouldn't even help her. If they went ahead and jumped on the bandwagon and saying, "Hey, Chrissy, why don't you stay home with you? Why don't you just go back to the car, sis?" Anything, since she watching. Just do something different with that baby. They our future. And then when they disable, all you can think about is, baby, are you comfortable? As a mother, you jump up 50, the baby sleeping as a newborn. Shit, we up looking retarded. That's just for educational purposes. And yeah, we looking crazy. So, at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day, all she gotta do, y'all, at this point, that's the only thing she can do. She can really focus. She was on that stream joking, Thompson. Yeah, I'm gonna go, I'm performing. Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. Girl, who is you playing with? He gonna make an example. He
Make
gonna
an
make a good example.
example.
He's gonna make an
Ooh.
example. So it's not a matter. We ain't praying on nobody downfall. Karma, a big fat one. You understand? She come through. She come through. We ain't worrying about that because I'm a firm believer in our Creator. But you have to look at the eyes. Man, this girl didn't just Blueface told her as a stepdaddy. He was gonna steal because they got contracts. You better believe that's why y'all know something got to be fixed. But he don't know. He been knowing what his people saying. But that's why she in that gym because she know when he get out and Jay looking all scrumptious and stuff, hey, she know what she gotta do. But one thing for certain and three things for sure, she done messed up so much. Like, why are you on these streams? He said, I'll give you 40,000 every month until I come home. All you gotta
Mm.
do is sit down with the baby. That means be a stay-at-home mom. Go to Target, go to Costco, cook some dinner, learn some recipes.
Get
Nah,
the baby help. Take him
get
to his
the
appointments.
we in Cali, she could have got the free stuff that was
There's
top
so
of the
much funding in
line.
Cali. There's so much social services in
Top
Cali.
of the line. And if y'all struggling, y'all know somebody that got a couple dollars and relocate. Tell them just get here. Just get here.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all wonder why our homeless rate up like that? Because guess what? They still for the people. Our governor still for the people. It might not look right to y'all on TV, but we know where he come from.
Mm-hmm.
But Chrisean, I don't want these. It don't matter who she want. We don't care who she want, who she want to be with, who she flirt with. That's her little kitty cat over there.
Yeah.
We just looking at this baby, and no matter if she take them off the internet or not. What happened to her with Carletta and them?
And you guys, when a mother starts putting a man or putting other things before it and we blatantly see it, people want to hold her accountable. They want help for the baby and they want her to stop parading around like it's fun and games. The baby is suffering.
It don't
People have
matter
had it.
what the people want. It's what God want. Them not our
Amen.
babies. Them not my kids, and there are now three of them. They were loaned to me to take care of them. So you best believe if anything is desperately wrong with him, in which we got so many receipts on it, that definitely y'all encourage that girl. When y'all go back over there on IG where she basically at, Snapchat, she damn sure gonna pay attention to Snapchat because it come through instant. You feel me? You really have to, y'all gotta pour in her. Save Ronnie, baby. Y'all know that's his baby. He got the sandy red hair. He got everything. He got the ear. He got the jawbone structure. Look at his, go back and Sandy red hair. He got everything. He got the ear. He got the jawbone structure. Look at his. Go back and look. Forget looking. Can't get that off because her family got that too. Just her and her sister Tasiki though. We ain't gonna start that conversation, but we know who. Yeah, y'all still here. Share phone went on pause. Y'all gotta pour out to her for real if y'all want to see that baby get some help. I done seen that baby by the ocean. Listen, out here, and the water was rushing. But I'm gonna tell you something. Lord have mercy. That wave got kind of high. And out here, come on, y'all see what's going on across the world. That wave could have instantly, before anybody, they was intoxicated. So the wave could have instantly, yeah, well, I don't even care, as long, it don't even matter. Yeah, well, I don't even care, as long, it don't even matter. That's good. Being with Tareen, she's an awesome person. I can't even say too much on Tareen. Wait a minute, who is Tareen? Which one is that? Oh, that's and then for that, you also gotta think like she be cooking, she be doing everything. Why would you come on her and put that comment and your whole family is being spotted? You know what I'm saying? People got evidence. Anything happen, and it's not saying that she would. She could just go to church and pray for enemies, pray for anybody that's she could just go to church and pray for enemies, pray for anybody that's speaking against them because he works in masses, it just depends on what you believe in. I know where my help come from. Yeah, I know you're talking about J Baby, my bad. I be getting them confused because you got Tesla and you got Serene. But both of them, I'm gonna be honest, without dealing with their sister stuff, they some really I didn't watch them before. You know, outside of their family drama, all that wasn't even supposed to be on this internet like that. That should have been in a show if everybody was gonna get that for free. So they worried about everybody tuned in to them, but free. So they worried about everybody tuned in to them, but they gave everybody free content for so long that it's uncontrollable right now. It's uncontrollable. Yeah, from what I hear, she's a good mom. And I mean, a lot of people, you have to understand that a lot of people you got younger crowds coming up, you got mothers people that ain't never went through the hood, not, what I'm saying, sit well with everybody else. But at the same time, still got to respect it. You know what I'm saying? But it's only where respect is earned. You still got to earn your respect off this net. You got the respect is earned. You still got to earn your respect off this net. You got the people that's jamming with you, but are they jamming for the right cause? Y'all did good with the taps, and it's only like been like 10 to 12 of us in here. Y'all did heck of good. Y'all
Okay, you
that
guys, I'm
music
so sorry.
pushed.
My phone died. I'm back.
Girl,
Can you
ain't
hear me?
nobody worrying about you. I was talking to my cousins in the chat, all 12 of them, because I'm the 13th.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, beautiful. Were you there?
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. My phone died. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate you commenting on that, Chocolberry.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, okay. Thanks, Jay baby. So he's in good hands because you know what? That's one that I know only help is gonna be done. At least she thought about it like that's all that we want to see. Tareen, we know as long as she gave her the okay. Long as she gave her the okay to take him to the doctor. Maybe she did the right thing and gave her power of attorney for the minute. Got something notarized to where Tareen can take him. Maybe she'll deal with them later if they come and holler at her. She might be, because Tareen said that he's been going to the doctor. She may be on top of things because she does have equipment. I've seen it in the background. You
I have
feel me?
too. I agree
But the
with
thing
that.
is, I
Yes.
mean, he got club feet, he got braces, yeah, for sure, Jay baby, and that's just facts. I ain't even gonna put that out there. You feel me? So yeah, definitely. I'm gonna leave it at that because understand everything gonna be watched. Anything got something to do with that name, and we only want the positive, the facts, the facts. You know what I'm saying? We can speak on facts and conspiracy for sure because it don't look right about bro. It does not.
It doesn't.
Does
Yeah. So
not.
we're gonna Chocolate Berry, you already know, girl. We're gonna do our due diligence.
Yeah, I gotta get on
When
live,
we
y'all. I love y'all.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on here, advocating, speaking your truth as always. We love you. We support you. You guys follow Chocolate Berry. She is doing
Love
her
is
big
true.
one. We are so proud of her and a huge advocate for Ronnie. Thank you again,
Saying
girlfriend. We
anything
appreciate
y'all
you.
get to my good sis Jess, y'all. Let her get her butt off here because she always on here trying to do 100 things in one day, y'all. Y'all have a good
Girl.
night. Love y'all. Let me finish
Thank
your
you
thing
so
real
much.
quick.
Again, you guys, I'm going to put the link in the bio. We're going to go ahead and end the live for tonight. I appreciate you guys stopping by to see us to talk about our boy Ronny Doe. You guys, please support Can Law. Okay, I'm going to put the link in the description. It's a bill to help men fighting for paternity. We'll be back next week, you guys, to talk about Ronny Doe and any updates. Until then, we appreciate you guys. Justice for Ronnie, Save Junior, and Justice for Quran, and hashtag Can Law, you guys. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining my live. I love you guys. Chocolate
Good
Berry, I
night.
love you.
Good night, beautiful.
Good night, everybody.